Well, hi there, and I'm going to read two verses today from the parable of the king and the man who he forgave 10,000 talents. It tells us in Matthew chapter 18, verse 24, that he began to settle accounts, and one was brought to the king who owed him 10,000 talents. And then it tells us that that servant was forgiven. He went out and found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 denarii. And he laid hands on him and took him by the throat, saying, "Pay me what you owe me." Now, 10,000 talents is 750,000 pounds weight of gold. That's 375 tons. I've done the calculations. 12 million ounces. Now, an ounce, if you go and look online, you'll find out that it's worth, 1 ounce is worth $1,000 at least. So that gives us a total of $12 billion, about 9 billion pounds. The point is, it's an impossible sum. To even think of repaying it's impossible. The debt of sin is the punishment that we deserve for the wrong we've done. What would that be? It is an accumulated weight of offense that will crush our souls with impossible weight of guilt. Many people simply refuse to consider the wrong they have done with empty logic, such as, "Oh, I'm not as bad as others." The king forgave this man freely. The forgiveness of sins is the greatest gift made possible because Jesus paid this impossible debt when he died on the cross in our place. God's grace is extravagant, even outrageous. It is the act of immeasurable love poured out on undeserving sinners. Just as Isaac was released from death because a ram was found to die in his place, so we too are released from the burden of guilt by the death of Jesus. Now, 100 denarii is 100 days' wages. That's the bit that he wouldn't forgive in his turn. And that would give us about, 1 denarii is about $100 a day, giving a total of $10,000. Still a lot of money, about, 9,000 pounds. It's a significant sum, but far lower than $12 billion or whatever. The forgiven man did not pass on a single drop of the grace he had received from the king. So at the end of the parable, the king canceled the grace and the debt was reinstated. This is the law of reciprocity. God requires of us that grace should make us gracious and generous so that we pass on the flood of grace that has been poured out on us. Forgiving others is never easy, and it may require time spent in prayer as we reach out to God and search our hearts and pray for those who have offended us. But we have no choice. Even if it's so hard, we must develop a mind of generous grace, being kind to some who have hurt us and caused us pain and loss. We are brought into a world of grace when we come to the cross, and we must take care to exercise our souls to act and think with the same amazing love that has reached us. Amen. God bless you.